Hey, welcome to Greatest Golfer. Glad to have you today and glad to have a cool part of the Greatest Golfer franchise. Mr. Brad Smith, how in the hell are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great today. How about you? How about yourself?
I can't complain. Just a little chilly. Just a little
Yeah,
chilly, but
yeah,
uh,
for
but
sure.
but it
A
but
little
it kind of
cold.
goes with the territory, especially if you're from Buffalo. You kind of
Oh
just
yeah,
but hey,
got it in your
how
bones.
life is good with you guys. I'm glad to hear it and glad for you to join. I'm thrilled to have you part of Greatest Golfer. And I guess one of my goals with the chat, how was the golf season in 2025?
It was good. It was good. I'm starting to get to the point in my game where I'm not seeing year over year great improvement. I'm starting to see that
Hit that
plateau.
wall. Hit that wall.
But it's not going down, which is the good part. But yeah, always fun to get out there. I love golfing every year. Love going out there. Love talking to people, playing with people, all that stuff.
What's a good week for you in golf? 9 holes, 18 holes, or one
Uh,
scramble? What would you say?
I
Good week in
try
July.
so I normally am part of like non-formal league where it's like a bunch like 10 to 12 guys. We get out for 9 holes on a Wednesday. We jump around to different courses. It's pretty fun. Then I want to get out at least an 18 on the weekend. So if I can get nine during the week and an 18 on the weekend, that's a good week.
Baseball's in your background. You're let's say
Yes, yes.
let's say you're 19 years old again, and the choice
Okay.
of 4 hours of golf or 4 hours of baseball. What are you picking?
Oh man, I wasn't playing golf back then when I was 19. I wish I started earlier in my life. Made a lot less headaches now, but I mean, I was a baseball nut growing up. I mean, but n now that passion has shifted more to golf. I'm not gonna lie. Once my body started not being able to hand baseball or play baseball much, that passion needed to shift somewhere, and golf was right there for me. Oh yeah.
How is Compco life going these days?
Oh, it's going good. We're part of our transition era. We're shifting a lot of our. We're lucky enough to have a lot of our employees stay with us for a long haul. We have employees 30 been with us 30 40 years, and everyone gets to that age where they need to sail off in a distance and experience the next part of life, the retirement. So we have a lot of key roles that we're transitioning right now, and also maintaining and growing as part of a company. We're integrating more with AI slowly, but
Uh,
we hired an AI engineer to help teach us and kind of get us in that realm to grow that way. But also we're bringing in new and fresh faces. So it's a growth area for us. I say for sure.
so I think a lot of people see the Compco name spread around so many Valley things. You guys have just been an
Mhm.
awesome invested family. Compco 1.0. What exactly is the key product? Where's your market base? How national? How global? Exactly. What are you guys making? How's it work?
Yeah, so we're a custom steel stamper. So we take raw steel either in coil or sheets. We blanket and form it, and our main product, I would say, about 80 to 90% of our product is based on it's called a tank head. So a tank head is the tops and bottoms of any pressurized vessel or container that you see. So the big propane tanks you see on the side of the houses, we make the tops and bottoms for those. So and that's one of our biggest markets is that gas heating and gas industry where we're responsible for helping heat homes and stuff like that. So even though it's bad, these cool winters actually is good for us. So that's our main product line. I mean, we're in hot water tanks has pressurized tanks in it. We have a lot of hot water tank manufacturers we supply to and stuff like that.
A business started by your grandfather?
Started with my great grandfather and my grandfather. They started Compco together. My great grandfather started a steel erection a crane business called Diamond Steel. If you ever pay attention to you see the big red cranes, they have the same logo, the three diamonds,
Yeah.
as Compco because that used to be one of our that used to be the company my great grandfather started business by laying pipe in the steel plants in downtown Youngstown, and there were some, I would say, questionable, shady business deals where uh, the manufacturer of the pipe hangers said, "You won't do business with us, so we're not selling you our pipe hangers." So my actually both of my great grandparents were business partners. They bought a press, started stamping um, pipe hangers for the their pipe hanging business, and that's how Compco is formed by
Oh, no
uh,
kidding.
putting in a press. So that's where Compco comes from. It's there used to be a division called Commercial Piping Company. So commercial COM
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
piping is the P and co is the company. So it's Compco, Commercial Piping Company, was the pipe layers that were in for the steel mills, but Compco was made the pipe hanger brackets for them. So
When there's a storm and
yeah.
tanks go flying, is that like,
Yeah,
are you
so
watching Weather Channel and thinking we might have an uptick in
it
business in Kansas this week?
yeah, so it's kind of sad and it kind of has a weird feeling in my stomach. Whenever there's a big natural disaster, we see an
Yeah,
uptake in business, like with hurricanes, tornadoes. Whenever
sure.
there's a big one, when those tanks get uprooted, when they float, they have to be scrapped no matter what. It doesn't matter if you see it down the road. Oh, we can reuse it. No, once they have up to a certain water, have a dent or anything like that, they have to be scrapped and new tanks have to be formed. So. Um, yeah, it's kind of that weird, bittersweet kind of
Yeah.
feeling where you see a natural disaster, like, oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, back to my newspaper days, kind of the same thing is that, when there was a big event, you knew it was a big news day, but it really is a tough big news day because, they're
yeah,
not the best headlines to get into when you're
hmm
putting stuff together.
for sure.
Companies hunkered nicely at home down in Columbiana County.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We used to have two locations when we first started. We used to be in downtown Youngstown and East Palestine, and I want to say the early 2000s we moved into this building near Columbiana, merged both facilities into Columbiana. So now we're in one home facility in Columbiana, and it's been home for a while for us down here. So yeah.
So Pops and Gramps, at least in the time I've been here in Youngstown, kind of legends in the valley,
Mhm.
active, participatory, especially Grandpa. Clarence, uh,
Yes.
talk about lessons from Gramps and lessons from Dad that you try and carry forward.
I feel like they always taught me to be humble. You're never the biggest person in the room, and if you are, get out of that room. um like to always know that someone's there to teach you something, to you can learn from anybody. uh Give uh do it for the right reasons, and just be like a humble servant to people. And that's kind of what they always taught me. And I can always learn, always grow, trust people to make the right decisions. All these things I kind of took into heart and kind of learned and grew from them. So,
Your grandfather pretty active in politics. He was a legend in the Republican Party at a
mhm.
time in this region when it was a strong Democratic foothold. He was on this side there, and yet he enjoyed life in the Valley, and the Valley enjoyed him. How do you think Gramps would do in today's politics, and what would he tell some of these young swashbucklers who are drawing lines so deeply?
Yeah, like my grandpa, it didn't matter which way you're politically leaned. He would always talk to you like a person. He would always talk to you like you are the greatest thing in his world. No matter what their political lies are, anything like that. He just cared about the person. And we all have the same kind of end goal in life. We all want to live happy, long lives together. I can say I can, and he knew that, and he wasn't afraid to break bread with whoever or talk to
Yeah.
someone or help someone out. It doesn't matter. He saw the humanity in people and brought that out and focused on that.
You talked about together, that we're together. I
Mhm.
guess how you live and how you guys operate business and your family before you. You guys get together with a lot of community activities.
Yes.
Talk about some of the most important ones. I like the theater. I like the TEDx, and even in
Y-
Greatest Golfer. Thank you. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
tell me about that fit.
Well, community is actually one of our values. We base community and generosity is one our couple of our values. We live at Compco. We know that without a strong community, we have nothing. The Compco is a part of the community. our employees are part of the community. So investing in the company is also investing in the community and the support. So we took an initiative to make sure the downtown Columbiana area is growing and thriving. So we invested in some properties, and most recently the theater, the Columbiana Arts Theater. We thought that was a huge staple, especially with they have a special needs theater program there that's off the charts, and it's one of the only ones in this like huge radius that has a special needs theater program. Um, we just think investing in the community helps more than just making products and selling them to our customers. This is like our like kind of our bigger purpose.
How about the TEDx
Yeah.
program? I think that's
So
where I first bumped into you guys about
yes.
5, 7, 10 years ago, whatever it was. But I like that.
Yeah. So my dad, man, it's been about 8 years ago, got involved in the TED brand, which is more inspirational talks about sharing ideas. My dad started in Youngstown, TEDx Youngstown, in about 2018, 2017, 2018. And we did a couple years there, stopped for COVID for a couple years, picked it back up. And this last year, since we bought the theater, we shifted from TEDx Youngstown to TEDx Columbiana. It's just awesome to hear people's ideas and inspirations and how to and grow from that, and it's very inspiring.
That theater is just a great place on the
It
circle.
is.
Tell me about your first thoughts. Had you had an eye on that, or were you not even thinking about it and the opportunity came and you walked in, and what did you think?
I mean, usually opportunities for us aren't like long planned out thoughts. They normally fall in our lap and we're like, let's run with it, you
Is
know?
that a good thing or a
Uh,
bad thing?
Yeah, and it's usually comes from a spot of if we don't, who will? And that's kind of where we landed with this is the previous owners wanted to sell. They were very generous with the offer that they gave us as long as we maintained certain aspects of the theater, like the
Nice.
special needs program, stuff like that. And 100%, that's why we would want to do that. So kind of just fell in our lap. We kind of weren't planning on going into the theater business, but I guess that we don't always have the plan. So that's what happened.
What's the name of the theater officially these days, and how can we find it online?
So it's Columbiana Arts Theater or The Cat, and you can go online at thecat.com. We have a lot of good shows. We have a lot of cover bands, original bands. We have a local theater group that uses our stage called Squeaky Wheel Theater Company that puts on local productions, community theater there. Yeah, it's we have comedians that come sometimes. Anything you can think of, we've had it, and it's definitely the seats are probably the most comfortable seats in the area for community theater. So,
I was in there
um,
once. I was in there once. Like,
yeah.
wow, that's nice. What's your greatest birdfish beer flavor?
Ooh, I mean, I can't. Oh man, that's tough. I have to stay with a classic with Too Hip to Sip. I mean, um, they're man, the Speedy Pinguino I like a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. And if anyone hasn't been there, you have to go to Birdfish. It is an amazing place.
I think when you talk about, gritty and upstart and bring it together, I think those guys at Birdfish kind of embody that kind of
Oh
spirit.
yeah, I mean they started in like a storefront in Columbiano where I think you can only fit like 15 people. Now they're they're filling like hundreds of people almost every night at their current location. So it's crazy, and that's another company that like just embodies who we are as this community, and look at them, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome.
When you and I met for the first time to talk greatest golfer, I want to share that a bit because I just want to apologize for not having gotten better at the habit of cigars. I still stay at the really low level, but when we first met, and I tell this story often, especially when guys would try to teach me on cigars, but look, just don't waste your energy too much. I am who I am, and $10 bottle of wine and $5 or $6 cigar. But when we first met, your dad treated me to a cigar, and I didn't know if it was $1 or $5 or more than $5, and we enjoyed it. And at the end, he goes, "What'd you think of it?" Pretty good. I don't know much about cigars, and he gave me the name and the title and the price. I'm like, you shouldn't have wasted that on a schmuck like me, but it was a tasty way to meet you guys.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's just speaks to my dad. I think he buys more cigars for people than himself. He just likes seeing seeing the joy in people's faces to enjoy something that he enjoys, and that's how he connects with people. And like that's a story that you remember, and that's how he connects with people. So, uh, yeah. He kind of tainted me. Now all I can buy is expensive cigars, and it's hurt. So,
It just means you have to work
you're
more. Just means you have to
yeah,
work more and work harder to make sure
you're lucky you're still on what you're on because I'm forever ruined.
uh, so long line of history, great family history, great valley history.
Yeah.
Look forward. I guess
Mm,
where is what makes for a greatest Compco? What makes for a
mm.
greatest Columbiana? And I guess what's a greatest valley for you as you look ahead?
Just growing together, knowing that the community is a biggest part of our lives, and to not lose focus with that, and make sure that we always have a future for our company. Because if we don't focus on our company, how can we focus on our community? So it's kind of that blend of like let's ride along together and support each other, and I feel like that's the way we have to a brighter future. And our area has the best people. With they're gritty, they're generous, they're thoughtful, and they're brilliant people. So as long as we maintain that those values and those personality traits and our core of who we are, and maintain that in our company and the community, there's no place else but to go but up.
Well, you're awesome too. I appreciate your time with Greatest, and I appreciate what you and Pops and the whole family have done for the Valley all these decades before and decades to come, I hope.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, pal. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.